up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, man. Before I get going on my video today, be sure to smash that like button when you come through. Turn on your notifications. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And if you want to have me hop on the panel or you want to collaborate, reach out to me on my email address at knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. That email is also good if you got a breakdown or a prediction for upcoming fights you want me to do. Also follow me on Twitter, on social media, man. At KOBoxing86TV is the Twitter handle. That's at KOBoxing86TV. But let's get it popping, bro. And we got to talk about Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson one more time. Give my final thoughts. They had their final press conference already. The weigh-in is later on today. If I need to modify my pick or something, because something go crazy at the weigh-in, like somebody missed weight by 5 pounds or somebody looking drained or something, I'll let y'all know. But for right now, y'all know we done made our pick. We got Shakur Stevenson in this fight by a wide unanimous decision. But there's some more stuff I want to talk about because the final press conference happened, as well as Jamel Herring's trainer has had some words to say regarding the upcoming fight. So we want to react to that and just give y'all our final thoughts on the fight as a whole. Now, before I get into that, though, y'all don't forget about my live shows that we do, man. We got live shows every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5:30 on the West Coast, 8:30 on the East Coast. Y'all come through and hang out with me for an absolutely, positively great night of boxing talk every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then we also go live with KQKC Boxing Network, the Singing OG. We go live together every Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You need to go over and subscribe to KQKC Boxing Network so you can know when we'll be live on his platform on Sundays and when we'll be live on my platform on Sundays, because we switch it up every week and we go on each other's channel. Now, back to this video, though. So, Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring, bro. Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. An absolutely, positively great fight this weekend. The fight I'm most looking forward to this weekend. We got some other pretty good fights. Troy Isley's in action. We did his breakdown and his prediction video. For those y'all don't know, he's the middleweight Olympian. So definitely want to cover him, see how his career progresses. We got the young, talented prospect Xander Zayas fighting this weekend. We did his breakdown and his prediction video. And then we also got our first ever Bridgerweight World Championship WBC fight going down tonight, actually. Oscar Rivas versus Ryan Rozicki. Dropped that prediction video for y'all earlier on the channel today. So y'all be sure to go check out all those videos. Some great content we got uploaded specifically this week. But to this fight, bro. So Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson. Brian Bomac McIntyre, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm sure everybody watching this video knows, but not only does he train Jamel Herring, he's renowned for training Terrence Bud Crawford. And Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson, they've been in gyms together. Bomac is very familiar with Shakur Stevenson. He comes to work with Bomac and his team a lot. So a lot of ties between these two fighters in this upcoming fight. Bomac had a lot to say. So specifically, he said Shakur Stevenson was nervous in the press conference. He said Shakur Stevenson was nervous during the face-off because Shakur Stevenson, not only was he looking at Jamel Herring and doing the face-off with him, but when Bomac and his team started yelling from the sides, Shakur Stevenson got distracted and was talking to them and talking noise to them. He also tried to touch Jamel Herring belt. I like that Jamel Herring, actually, and I got to give him credit on this because I've been on him for being too polite. When Shakur Stevenson touched his belt, he pushed his hand away like, nah, bro, this ain't yours. This ain't coming with you. And I like that. Now, me, being my petty self, I like even more aggression, like push Shakur up off of you. Like, bro, nah, you ain't going to be touching nothing that belong to me. But I much more prefer him at least knocking his hand away, unlike what Mario Barrios did to Tank Davis. When Tank Davis touched his belt and Mario Barrios just looked at him like, yeah, bro, yeah, touch it. It's yours. It's going to be yours, man. Go ahead and touch that. So at least Jamel Herring like, nah, bro. So, and I guess for him as a Marine and how he typically carry himself, that's basically like throwing a punch at a press conference for him. That's basically like throwing a punch. So I did like that he kind of, I don't want to say bucked up a little bit, but he showed that he going to be there to fight. I think overall the face-off, Shakur Stevenson showed his age. He showed a little bit of immaturity because Jamel Herring was only looking at him. He was only looking at him. He seemed focused, I must admit. Shakur Stevenson seemed distracted. He seemed like he was too busy talking to the teams. Is that going to come to play on Saturday night? Is he going to be as focused as he needs to be to get the job done? Is he taking Jamel Herring seriously enough? That's a good question that will have to be answered on Saturday. But if you're out here making the argument, man, look, Shakur Stevenson taking this fight for granted. Shakur Stevenson is not as focused as he should be. If you're making that argument, I wouldn't even argue with you. What I would tell you is that I'm going to stand by my pick. I'm going to believe that he's focused enough to win this fight. And if that comes back to haunt him, will I be surprised? No. But as of right now, I think he's focused enough. I think he's skilled enough, focused enough to still get the job done. But that is something I noticed to where it's like, bro, why you talking noise and why you going back and forth with dudes that you ain't even fighting? Why you listening to them? Because the only reason Shakur Stevenson reached over and touched Jamel Herring's belt is because Bomac said, you ain't touching this one. You won't touch it. And he did it just to try to prove a point to Bomac and the team over there. So we'll see, bro. We'll see. I'd much rather and I'd much more prefer, like, it's cool, talk your noise or whatever, but I prefer for you to focus on the man that you fighting. I prefer much more what Jamel Herring did, only looking at Shakur Stevenson, not worry about nobody else. I'm looking at you, bro. You the op. You the competition. I'm coming for your head. So I got to give him credit on that, bro. If you like, man, who won the face-off? You got to give it to Jamel Herring for being more focused, for looking at his actual op and his opponent and shit. And Shakur Stevenson seemed distracted. He wanted to talk noise to everybody. Part of me is like, that just means he want to smoke with everybody and he don't care. He brash. He talking this shit. It's cool. But another part of me is like, bro, you need to focus up. You need to focus up because this is a real fight. Jamel Herring ain't coming to play with you. Even though I don't like how docile he is, even though I don't like how he don't really talk noise and he let Shakur Stevenson steal the show in the press conferences with the talking and shit, Jamel Herring is very capable of stealing the show come Saturday night, and that's what's important. Screw all this stuff we talking about right now. We got to do it for the content. Obviously, I love covering the sport for y'all, but none of this shit matters. In the grand scheme of things, this won't matter come Saturday night. Now, Bomac also had this to say. He had this to say. He said, when talking about them facing Shakur Stevenson, he said it's a weird thing. But when Shakur said he was moving up from 126 to 130, I knew eventually it was going to come, as long as Jamel would keep winning. It's an easy fight for top rank to make, and what they try to do is out with the old and in with the new. I understand that. It's the cycle of boxing. But the one thing they fail to realize is the heart of a champ. Jamel, I think he's on his fourth defense, and like any other fighter that I've worked with, the more he wins, the stronger he gets, and the more and more he's maturing into a champ. So that's what I like about our chances from the time they announce the fight. Now let's see. He says, I know everything about Shakur, you know, and I've watched every last one of his fights. I probably commentated on the first 6 or 7 of them. I know his style. I know everything about him. One thing that you can't teach against is heart. He's got tremendous heart. He's a tremendous boxer. I can tell my fighter everything about him, but it's on the fighter to execute the plan. So I have 110% faith in Jamel that he's going to execute the plan, that he's going to take all the little nooks and crannies in there with him that he knows about Shakur or what has been said about Shakur to be able to try to win the fight. He says how much he was talking about his confidence of knowing, and then he went on to talk more about like him knowing Shakur Stevenson. He did Bomac. He said it helps a lot. It's like basically my team doing tape study, but actually being there in the mix the whole way through, not just from looking at a TV, because Shakur has been in their camp, as I said. They see him up close from every dimension, his work habits, his best weapons, his weaknesses. So it's a big advantage. But like he said, I still got to go out there and fight. Go out there and fight the fight. I still have to go out there and, you know, believe in myself and believe that I can execute the game plan. Actually, this is Jamel Herring talking. He says because he has gone out there and said he knows my whole schedule, which is fine, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't put the work in. I can write out everything I'm going to do during that day, but if I don't do the work, what good does that do me anyway? So again, it's like you can know everything you want to know, but you have to go out there and execute and believe that you can do it. And then Bomac says when Jamel wins this fight Saturday, I look at him as being the first person on the ballot for Fighter of the Year. 2 impressive wins, and I expect nothing less. That's a good point at the end. Shit, if he win this fight, I mean, all things being equal, Carl Frampton and Shakur Stevenson, you beat them? If Jamel Herring wins this fight, beating Carl Frampton and Shakur Stevenson this year, I mean, y'all let me know who had the better year. Only one, I mean, definitely you got to think of Canelo Alvarez. We don't count Yildirim. But if he beats Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant, I mean, shit, that's pretty fire. Like, so Jamel Herring would definitely be in consideration though. Like you have to consider him up there. But and then also Jamel Herring's defending his belts. If Canelo Alvarez wins, it'll be beating Billy Joe Saunders. That was for a unification fight, and then beating Caleb Plant. That's for undisputed. So I would still have to give Canelo the nod for fighter of the year over Jamel Herring. Off first glance, you know, just really thinking about it. Then you got Josh Taylor, who already became undisputed. So I mean, it's some options out there. And then what if they make Charlo and Castano, you know what I'm saying, for the end of the year? What if we get that announcement in the next month? So I don't know, bro. We'll see. That's a whole nother conversation. But on this fight right here, the stuff that Bomac and Jamel Herring was saying, it seemed like they got their head on straight. They know it's a tall task in front of them. And Jamel Herring's right, like, bro, all that knowledge and shit don't mean nothing. Bomac can't go in there and fight for him. And so I honestly believe it's a double-edged sword, because what they left out is that Shakur Stevenson know a lot about Jamel Herring too. He knows a lot about him. Like, Bomac can say, like, oh, man, we didn't even have to study film because we've had him in camp so much, so we've seen him up close and personal. Well, he's seen y'all up close and personal too. Your training methods, Jamel Herring's weaknesses, his strengths. And so this is a fight where two fighters know each other very well. And my worry for this fight, my final thought on this fight is I hope they don't show each other too much respect. Because knowing each other so well and knowing your opponent so well, it can make for a bad fight. And that's in any sport. Think about, like, in football, low-scoring ass games, because the two opponents know each other so well. They know each other so well, so it's not a lot of points being scored. It's everything is getting shut down, and it's not a fun game to watch because they shutting each other down because they know each other's every move and every play they gonna run. Well, that can happen in boxing too, where two fighters like Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson have been in the gym together multiple times. They know each other so well. Their trainers have talked and worked together, and they have all of this kind of same circle of people that they all associate with. Well, knowing each other so well can either A, make for an absolutely outstanding fight, or B, it could also make for a dud. And with these two fighter styles, what I hope we don't get is too much of a chess match and not enough action. That's my final thought on the fight. Like, I'm hoping, I'm cool with the chess match, but hopefully a fight breaks out at some point. Hopefully a fight breaks out at some point. And it'll be a damn good fight if it does. If it doesn't, I think it could be one of those ones where it's like, damn, bro, that could have been a good fight, but no one was willing to pull the trigger. No one's willing to take the initiative and take control of the fight. Hopefully we don't get that in this fight. Hopefully we get half chess match, half dog fight, and then that'll be a great fight. But I'm sticking to my pick. Shakur Stevenson, wide unanimous decision. I think he outboxes Jamel Herring thoroughly. And again, the only advantages I give Jamel Herring are his height and his reach. I think timing, counter-punching ability, defensive ability, footwork, dogfighting on the inside, even mid-range, long-range. Like, every other attribute you can think of, or every other place that you could see this fight going down, I give Shakur Stevenson the advantage. And another nugget, I believe Jamel Herring's best punch is his uppercut. But that uppercut is only effective against guys that are going out of position. I said in the Alexander Usyk fight and Anthony Joshua fight, I don't think Anthony Joshua is going to hit Alexander Usyk one time with his best punch. His best punch is his uppercut. He never hit Alexander Usyk with his uppercut. I think he might have landed one or two to the body, but his devastating uppercut to where he catches you on your chin, Anthony Joshua couldn't hit Alexander Usyk with that. And I'm predicting the same thing in this fight. I don't think Jamel Herring hit Shakur Stevenson one time with his best punch, which is his left uppercut. So Shakur Stevenson is going to neutralize his best weapon, And then he has all of the other advantages not named height and reach. I just think it's a lot for Jamel Herring to overcome. I think Shakur Stevenson is the better fighter. I wouldn't be surprised at a late stoppage, but I'm going to show Jamel Herring the respect of he going to get outboxed thoroughly and you lose a wide unanimous decision. At most, I see Jamel Herring winning 4 rounds. But I wouldn't be shocked 9 rounds to 3, 10 rounds to 10 rounds to 2. You know what I mean? 117 to 110 scorecard type deal. You know, 118 to 109. Like, I think it's going to be a wide unanimous decision. But y'all give me y'all thoughts. Final thoughts on the fight. Fights tomorrow, man. Can't wait. Be sure to tune in to KQKC Boxing Network tomorrow night during the fight. He'll be doing the live call, and his commentary is much better than that and what you'll get at ESPN. It's much more entertaining. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Comment down below. Smash the like. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Follow your boy on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. And put a like on the video, bro. Put a like on the video so YouTube will share this content with everybody else. But I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here, y'all. Peace.